Hey YouTube. So I had a thought, new channel, and I thought that today I would make a YouTube video. So here we are, that's what I'm going to do. It's currently early in the morning, but not that early because it's light and, you know, I'm young, so early to me is like probably evening for most people. I thought I'd make a video on this car because I bought it for a grand total of £500. Now, by no means is it a cool car, okay? It is not a cool car. It is a cheap car. You cannot be watching this video thinking, oh, he's bought a really cool car. No, it's not cool. It's cheap. Cheap car. It's got service history. It's a good runner. That's all it is. It is not, don't click on it, don't watch this video thinking, oh, he's going to have a really cool car and it's going to have like a 2-litre engine. No, no, no. But watch along, and I thought some people might just be interested in seeing what 500 British pounds is going to buy you for a decent car. Well, that might be going a bit far, but it has wheels. So come along, let's go take a look. We are at, oh my god, this head restraint's way too low. I'll have to change that, I think. But anyway, I'm at the location that I was planning on going to, and there are lots of people here. So now I look crazy talking to myself in the car. But, oh well, who cares? Oh my god, somebody's parked in front of me again. So I've actually moved places again, because that last place just had too many people. I didn't like it. I didn't want to get out and start recording this, you know, cheap little car while everybody, all the dog walkers are like going past looking at me. So I came here, and this place is much better for that sort of thing. Now let me show you around the car. Please take it literally when I say this. It is not an interesting car. It's not a cool car, not an interesting car. It is a cheap car. So here it is. Chevrolet Matiz, 2009, late 2009, almost 2010. 64,000 miles, full service history, and goddamn racing stripes. Can you believe it? 500 quid and I got racing stripes. What is that? Anyway, here it is. It's fairly tidy for its age. Yeah, I mean it's got these nice little hubcaps. You know, pretty clean. The headlights aren't foggy, it's just condensation because it's damn cold, because I live in England and England's always cold. Now if you look at this bonnet, it's knackered. That's why they put the racing stripes on, because as you can see, somebody's actually tried sanding this, and they did a terrible job, I must say. And there used to be text on here, and that's because it used to be a courtesy car, you know, from a garage, so people would drive it around while their car was being repaired. And that's why this car has pretty good service history, because for all of its life it was sort of cared after by an actual garage. Mechanics looked after it. So it's got a load of service history. It's had full like major services every single year, and it's had loads of stuff. It's had like wheel alignments, or would it be suspension alignment, whatever. It's been aligned, so it's pretty straight. Drives nice and straight. It's the SE Plus actually, so it's got electric windows at the front. Wow, so cool. But that is not the most interesting thing about this car. Let me show you under the bonnet. Alright, you are not going to believe this when I show you what is under this bonnet. Alright, get ready. Somebody, this little 1 litre 4-cylinder, alright, 1 litre 4-cylinder, 60 horsepower, somebody has fitted an induction air filter. What? Why? Why would you put an induction kit on a Chevrolet 1 litre Matiz? I mean, that is mad. But you know, it actually works pretty well, I must say. Now let's prop this up. As stupid as it is to put an intake like that on a car like this, I mean, look at how stupid that looks. I mean, come on, why would you do that? The bloke, he didn't seem to, I thought it was really funny when I bought the car, but he didn't seem to care. He was like, yeah, oh, by the way, it has, you know, it has this intake on it. It's, you know, like an induction kit. And I was like, what? On a Matiz? And when I fired it up, I mean, listen. It ticks over sweet, by the way. It's pretty sweet. I mean, 60,000 miles, what do you expect? Have a listen to this though. For a car doing like 3,000-4,000 revs, it sounds like it's doing 5 or 6. I mean, it's mad. Why would somebody do that? It makes no sense, but it is what it is, and for 500 quid, you know, you can't really complain. So it's had a new ECU, obviously that intake as well. It's got daytime running lights on a 5.9 Matiz. I think these are actually modifications that somebody's put on, but yeah, weird. Very weird. But it's a pretty tidy little thing. I mean, yeah, let's have a little look around. Yeah, I mean, for 500 quid, 5.9 plate, you know, it's not bad. But listen, it's had a new exhaust too, as you can see. It's had some new wishbones as well. Listen to that thing purring away. Isn't it lovely? And look at this horrible interior. Orange. It's a 5-door, by the way. You know, orange interior. Orange speedo and rev count. I mean, why? 5-speed, obviously. Yeah, here we go. Let's take it for a test drive. Now, I hope that you lot aren't going to go flying, because you're not exactly secure there on my tripod, but whatever. Alright, let's get out of this car park. Rattle, rattle. It has some rattles. No knocks or bangs, but it does have some rattles, I'll give it that. Ah, somebody just cut me up. Okay. They just cut straight in on the wrong side of the road. Oh well, good for them. So, I mean, like I said, for its age and stuff, it has a few little squeaks, alright? But, you know, what can you expect? It's a, you know, over 10-year-old car. It's going to have a few squeaks. But they're nothing bad. I think, actually what it is the shocks are just a little squeaky going up and down when you go over bumps and stuff. But other than that, you know, it's as sweet as anything. I mean, listen to this. Those faces were fake, by the way. I was doing like 30 miles an hour, but that's not the point. You know, I mean, with that induction kit, it revs, you know, pretty sweet. It feels so sweet when it revs. And it does genuinely feel like it's worth more than 500 quid. I mean, it drives pretty straight. You know, it feels light, obviously. It's a very light car. I mean, the Matiz is known for being extremely light, because it just is. I mean, it weighs nothing. I can put the weight up on the screen now so you can have a look at that, but it really does weigh absolutely nothing. And, you know, a car for 500 quid that sounds like this, for a first-time driver, you know, maybe somebody my age, or just somebody who's broke, it's a fun little car to drive, and you know, I wouldn't blame anybody for buying it. I mean, I wouldn't want to keep this car. I'm a trader. I've bought this car to sell it. I mean, it's cheap, and I'm going to sell it for a bit more. I mean, obviously I'm going to do a bit of work to it. You've seen that bonnet, you've heard the squeaks. I'm going to do a bit of work to it. Then I'm going to sell it on for a profit. But I do feel this car is worth more than 500 quid. It really isn't a nice gearbox at all. It doesn't feel accurate, it feels very vague, and somebody's just pulled out in front of me. Lovely. So it's not a nice car to change gear on, not a nice car to... But it still is very involving. I mean, with that noise from the induction kit, you know, you're doing like 2-3k revs, and it feels like double that. You could buy other things for 500 quid, maybe a Hyundai Coupe, something like that. You know, you could buy some really knackered cars, but this car is not knackered. It's done 64,000 miles, it's got full service history, you know, it runs and it drives really nicely, and it really has been looked after by somebody. Somebody will find this a very good car, obviously not me. I don't want to keep this car. Okay, I think that's enough. So, did anybody guess that it might be a Chevrolet Matiz 5.9 plate? I don't know, but if you did, then you probably know your stuff, so good job on that. So I bought it for 500 quid. I feel it's worth closer to £1,000. It only needs a few things doing to it. It needs that bonnet sorting out. So whether I can get that resprayed cheaper or whether I can get a whole new one in colour, whatever I do, I'll do the cheapest. I've enjoyed making this video and just chatting about the car. I'd like to talk about more interesting cars, but you know, I don't have those yet. I'm still on the cheaper scale budget cars. But I'd like to make more videos, so you know, consider sticking around. If you've watched this video and you also like cars and you thought it was vaguely interesting and maybe you'd like to see me do more stuff like that in the future, hit the subscribe, hit the like, and maybe I'll make some more videos if this is popular enough. But go down in the comments and interact, because it'd be cool to interact with some other car people or some people who are just interested in what I'm doing. So go down and say hi in the comments if you feel like it, and ask me any questions, I guess. I enjoyed just going out in the car and just filming this little video and just talking about the car, because it's a weird car and I like it in a weird way. So thanks for watching. If anybody did actually watch, I appreciate that. I don't know if anybody will watch, but if you did, thanks, I appreciate you. You're cool. Unlike my car. Bye bye.